reflects that the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli made a call to the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
I still can't agree with you, because that original document is a section 205.
Okay.
And in my working document, my spreadsheet, if you combine it with the download, then you can, because the two can't talk to each other on their own.
Let's now go to this section 205 that you are referring me to, also under the same exhibit. I saw it's also there, I'm not sure if you have it, but on the exhibit disc that you gave to us on Friday,
Yes.
triple KG,
Yes, okay.
the Vodacom section 205. Now we want to see the number according to the cell phone provider on the two transactions again. If it has got different number or it has got the same number.
If you go to exhibit triple J, that's the statement of Pinky, Ms. Pinky.
Triple J, 1,
Yes,
yes,
in her paragraph 9,
yes.
then it's exactly the same.
What is the same?
The number called on the 15th of October, the number ending with 9551.
Okay. And what else is the same?
It's the same time, 98. Everything is the same.
Am I correct to say the MSISDN number is the same?
That's correct?
An MSID number is the number that received a call, which is the number allegedly said that it belonged to Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
That's correct?
So in other words, we are saying this extract contained in paragraph 9 is the same as the information contained in section 205 records that is in front of you.
That's correct?
And according to section 205 record, it says the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo on the 2nd of August 2014 at 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds, it received a number from the other party, which is 08345 71330.
That's correct?
So if I understand this entry, it does not say that Ms. Kelly Khumalo received a call from the number ending with 0202 belonging to Mr. Ntuli, according to this entry from the section 205 record.
If you just look at the 205 record, you can't clarify that.
Okay, and same again with the entry for the 15th of October 2014. If I read it as is, the record from the section 205, it does not say that Ms. Kelly Khumalo received a call on the 15th of October 2014 at 1733 minutes 57 seconds from the number ending with 202 belonging to Mr. Ntuli, but it says it received the different from the different number 0714379551.
I still stand with my point. If you just read the section 205, you won't find the number ending with 202. You have to combine it with the download.
So why didn't we finish watching these videos yesterday? Mshololo part 3. The reason is just in editing, listening to Steyn is absolute. I have to find the right words because I don't want to swear. I know what I can say. Mshololo's better than me. Yeah, Mshololo's better than me. Mshololo's patient. Mshololo is kind. I know. Some of you will say her pitch was just way too high. Listen, some people get excited and then their pitch goes high, okay? I for one, am concerned. I'm concerned with South African Police Services experts because they are the experts, right? We rely on experts, hence they have the title expert. So for example, if you were to ask me about how to monetize a channel, am I an expert in YouTube monetization? Sure. I've done it several times. Let's talk about it, right? I'm an expert. If you ask me, how can I get my channel monetized? How can I grow my channel? How can I, all those how can I can answer. And I bet you top dollar. And I can back it up, actually. I can back it up, okay, with proven facts and results. My concern while editing yesterday, Colonel Steyn, okay, sounded like a complete idiot. You see, when you're explaining anything, you need to be able to make sure that it is understandable at the minimum level. For example, grade 5 English, okay? It doesn't matter how you try and look at it with Steyn. Mr. Steyn, he has stained, okay, the South African police services system. My level of trust in him as an expert cannot speak for the other experts. And is there another expert in this South African police services who can come and validate his claims? Because it doesn't matter how Ngomezulu, Nxumalo, Ramasepili, Mnisi, Mshololo said it. Mshololo even tried a different angle. She said, okay, let me just talk to him from the negative. Maybe if I say it from a negative, he will say yeah. She changed it around and said, okay, so according to the Section 205 record, Kelly Khumalo did not, okay? Because all along, everyone was saying received a call from. So she said, you know what, let me move it to the negative. Maybe he will finally hear us. Kelly Khumalo did not receive a call from the number ending in 202 belonging to Fisokuhle Ntuli. And Steyn says, well, you can clarify that. Sholo says, okay. Very patient lady. She moves on. Okay, so let's move on to the next line. Section 205 record. It does not say Kelly Khumalo received a call on the 15th of October 2014 at 17:33:57 seconds from, okay, again, 202, number ending in 202, Mr. Ntuli, okay? But instead, she received a call from 551, which is the number for the deceased, Usenzo Meiwa. What does Steyn respond? I need to repeat this to you word for word. He says, and I quote, if you just read the Section 205 only, you won't find Fisokuhle Ntuli's number. You have to combine it with the download. What in the... Gosh, I have to really choose my words. What in the... Nganyagwane is this? What in the Western Cape is this? What in the mathematical formulas in the ABM nonsense is this? So, okay, let me play with him. This was my moment of frustration, by the way, in editing, and I was just like, that's it. That's it. Let's go to Netflix. Let's just detox from this whole Senzime thing because it's not working. The math is not mathemating, okay? So I just said, okay, let's work with what he says, because guess what? It is on the record. No matter what you and I feel about it, it is on the record officially. It has been accepted by the judge. We'll break that down in a separate video. Don't worry about it, okay? Now, this Section 205 says, if you read the Section 205, so Pinky Section 205, okay, you put it in that part of his, okay? And then you take his downloads, you put it together. Guys, he is saying those numbers, they jibber jabber, okay? They mishmash, the glue glues them together. And then voila! Fisokuhle Ntuli's number comes out. Vodacom doesn't have it, but the download has it. And then they mix together, and then they form this new spreadsheet that he invented while sitting in consultation with Ubaloyi and Usbanda. And the fact that Ubaloyi didn't rise up to object or stutter or anything, the ground could have swallowed him. But hey, at least we know. They sat together with the spreadsheet and invented this thing. Because, yeah, Steyn is right. Where would he have got Fisokuhle's number from? He doesn't know him from Barstow. But guess who was in the room who knows Fisokuhle Ntuli? As an accused, that is, not on a personal level. Guess who knows? And guess who knows what that number ending would be? I'll let you draw up the equation over there and figure that out. Just know There were 3 people in the consultation. Let's do the math together because, I'm very concerned with the math rate right now that Steyn is displaying. The 3 people in the room: Mr. Steyn, Advocate Valoy, Advocate Zwanda. Okay? 2y is equal to x plus 1. Let me stop. I digress. Okay. So let's go right ahead. Let's go back and hear Mshololo try one more time. Oh my God.
Which downloads the exhibit K4?
That's correct.
The one that you inserted? Because that transaction was
That's correct.
inserted
Yes.
by a human being. We are referring to that one.
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
No, not by a human being. A human being extracted with a program.
Colonel Steyn, sorry, not Mr. Colonel Steyn, you will agree with me that Vodacom is the custodian of the cell phone records for each and every transactions that are done in that particular numbers. It's the custodian. In other words, whenever you want to verify a transaction from a certain number, you then go to the service provider because they keep the records. They capture the records and they keep the records of that respective number. So if you are doing your investigation or your analysis, you'll then go to the service provider.
No, I can't agree with you, because
Okay.
that's one of the reasons why we always try to get hold of the cell phone handset to download what you can't get from the Vodacom records.
Okay. I have gone through all your exhibits, Colonel. I have gone through all your exhibits. Not even a single exhibit. I have been able to see an entry which shows that the number belonging to Ms. Kaylee Kumalo received a number from the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli. I'll take you step by step. We've compared the spreadsheet, we've compared the section 205 from the Vodacom. It's not there. Now, you then took us to exhibit K5. GPRS stream. You remember that one?
That's correct.
Yes, that one. Also, under the entries for the 2nd of August, the transactions of a call made between the number belonging to Fisoguhle, Mr. Ntuli, and the number belonging to Ms. Kaylee Kumalo, it's not reflected there. Maybe you can direct me if I did not read it properly.
Like I already discussed it or mentioned it in the court. She was making use of data. It's like you get into your motor car and you drive from here to Cape Town. The engine is idling the whole time. You're not switching it off. I can't tell you which gear you're using or what. She was using data. You can see here she was active on her phone.
I don't have a problem, Colonel, with that part of evidence. The problem I have is the record, it's the entry as per exhibit KK5, reflecting the transaction, if I may put it like that. Whether it's a call or whether it's a communication, it's a transaction, you'll tell me for the 2nd of August, 2015, between the two numbers. In this exhibit.
If you go to that exhibit alone,
Yes.
you won't find it.
You won't find it.
the number
Okay.
which we mentioned, the 202 number.
Under the GPRS stream.
That's correct. That's a section
Yes.
205.
Okay. Also, with the same entry for the 15th of October, you won't find that entry in this
On the
exhibit.
Vodacom records, correct?
The reason why, Colonel, you cannot find these two transactions from exhibit KG, both documents that are contained in that folders, spreadsheet and section 205, and the exhibit K5, you also cannot find the two transactions. It's because they were never done. In other words, this call was never done, was never made by Mr. Nduli. That is why you cannot find it from the records of the Section 205 records in all the exhibits that you have submitted before this court.
My lord, really, I don't know what must I answer again.
No problem with that, Colonel. Let's move on.
Mshololo, just
Yes,
for
my lord.
understanding,
Yes, ma'am.
further understanding.
Sorry, my lord.
This data phenomenon, is it something new?
No, it's not something new.
When you were training, when were you appraised of data not being visible sometimes on the Vodacom or whatever records of Section 205?
That's correct, yeah.
When were you appraised of it?
During 99, 2000. 99, 2000.
That's when you were taught this.
Yeah, from that time I
Yeah, I
did
see.
receive in-service training and
So this is not a phenomenon which is new.
yeah.
So when Rata Mokoteng says you won't identify the records because this person was using data in communicating,
That's correct.
scientifically, does it make sense?
It makes sense because every time you don't want to leave something behind,
Yeah.
you're using data.
Okay, fine.
You were doing so well today. So well going about your business as a judge, okay? As a sitting judge, as a presiding judge. You were doing so well in the red gown, listening as Mshololo went on and on and on with a cross-examination. Kudos to you for that. I don't know why there was this error in judgment and you just needed to seek clarification. I understand that the court can seek clarification at any time and that the court can call a witness at any time. What I don't understand is why you would want to display such ignorance on full display on national television. Now, Judge Rata stops Mshololo from cross-examining and he says, this data phenomena, when were you trained for it? He's asking Steyn, when were you trained for it? Steyn says 1999 to 2000. He doesn't say who trained you. How long is the training? What did you learn in training? How do you upgrade yourself year after year after year? Now, what did he say about data? He said he was trained in the year 2000. When did WhatsApp come into effect? So he's training from 2000. Predicted that there's going to be WhatsApp call, FaceTime calls, Facebook calls, Instagram call, the calls of the calls. And not only that, Steyn is so excited that my lord has finally woken up and come to the party, okay? And he says, this is the sentence that stopped me in my tracks. Steyn says, every time you don't want to leave something behind, you are using data on Beyonce's internet. What do you mean? When you don't want to leave traces behind you using data. Whoa, bro. No way. I don't know. There's this thing called IP address and everything can be traced. Come on, bro. Only thing that couldn't be traced, okay, was a BBM call. Because it was only on BBM servers. And BBM servers were, it doesn't exist anymore, we're in Canada. So you would need a subpoena from the NPA South Africa to ask Canada to force BBM to give us these Section 205. Why, Steyn, are you doing this? And you know what? I believe that Steyn did say he was seated with Baloyi and Sibanda in consultation. Sibanda and Baloyi have been in court since this trial started with Judge Rata, okay? Not sure about Sibanda, but Baloyi definitely 100%. He's been there even since, previous judge, okay? I believe somebody figured out that Rata is not tech savvy, and we're going to say things a certain way, and we're going to make it. We're going to make it because he's not asking the right questions. And not only that, the criminal justice system has a section for him to request a board to sit in, a board that is more tech savvy than him, to sit in and listen to this portion of and give their recommendations to him of what they're hearing. Did he take advantage of that facility? Oh no, he's got 50 years experience. He's going to do it himself. But the problem is, what I just heard now, very, very concerning. Very concerning. These two retired men are colluding. What is this that they're talking about? I don't want to stop editing again. So let me just breathe in and just I gotta keep going. I gotta finish this video and upload it for you guys and give you my commentary. But this is my honest reaction to this jibber jabber because wow. I'm gonna put a poll on my community tab. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's track along.
Don't worry about that, Colonel. Don't worry about that. Don't even confuse your mind. We are going through the documents which forms part of the evidence before this court. We are going through the transactions that are reflected from the documents received from Vodacom, that we do not have such information from those documents. That's where I am. I'm still coming to that. Don't confuse yourself. I'm saying the exhibit that we have submitted before this court does not have the transaction, the two transactions we have testified about. I finished referring you to exhibit KK5. I'm moving on now to KK5C. In this exhibit of yours that you have submitted before this court, also there is no entry unless I did not see it. That's why I'm taking you one by one in case I made a mistake of not reading it properly. I am putting to you to say also in exhibit KK5C, I've gone through the entries there for the 2nd of August. Up to the 3rd of August, I do not see the entry which was made on the 2nd of August at 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds in exhibit KK5C.
You won't see it in the section
won't see.
205, like I already
Okay.
mentioned a lot of times in court.
Then if I move on to exhibit JJ1, it refers to Amastream. I'm not sure if you have that one, Colonel. It was for Miss Pinky.
Yes, I got it.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. On this exhibit JJ1, under the same entry of the 2nd of August 2014, at 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds, you see that entry?
That's correct. That's in
Yes.
the block, yeah.
Do you confirm that according to this exhibit, which is before court as evidence and correct evidence, the number for the other party there is different from the one that is contained in your exhibit 01, because on exhibit JJ1, it says the other party is 083 457 1330, which is different from the number that is contained in your exhibit, in paragraph 4 of exhibit 01.
It do differ, like I
Okay,
already
okay.
mentioned in the court why it differs.
Sorry, can you mention that fact again?
That I make an error, I didn't include it, the 2-hour rule.
Very good. Let's include them now. Let's include them from exhibit 01. Let's go to exhibit JJ1 and see it after the application of a 2-hour rule. Very good answer. Go to 01. Let's add the 2-hour. It takes us to the 3rd of August. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Now let's come to exhibit JJ1. Let's see on the 3rd of August if we do find the same entry on the 3rd of August.
You won't find it in section
Thank
205.
you. Whether you add a 2-hour rule or you minus a 2-hour rule, you'll never find this transaction on cell phone records supplied by the Vodacom. Because if it's true that this call was made and you apply the 2-hour rule, then it should reflect. It should reflect. It may change the time, as we are saying that it will change the time. It may change the time, but it eventually be reflected at the end of the day. Do you understand me, Colonel?
No, I don't understand you. Because if you go to, let's say, exhibit KK5,
KK?
KK5,
5.
with the GPRS stream. Do you find any other cell phone number on that page? No.
Under this page, GPRS,
Triple K5.
you mean the other part?
Yeah.
No.
Do you find any other cell phone number there?
There is no other part.
That's correct.
Yes.
You will find that number on the cell phone download.
Yes, I am saying, Colonel, after receiving the downloads, then now we compare the downloads with the record from the cell phone, from the service provider's record, Section 205. We want to see if this record that was picked up by the download, if it's also confirmed by the Vodacom. Remember, the person who is the custodian of cell phone records is the service provider.
But like I already mentioned a lot of times, your Section 205 won't mention that you receive on the download.
But the point I'm trying to display in this trial is that there is contradictory information evidence which has been placed before this court. It's your statement reflecting the other number. It's Vodacom evidence reflecting other numbers.
No, I can't agree with you. Like I already mentioned to the court last week, I only work on the statements I receive. So if I receive a statement which they mention a number in, that's a number I receive. That's the number I come and produce in the
It's
court.
clear that this number, 202, is not coming from the downloads. It's coming from you added that information to fabricate the evidence as if the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli made a call to the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo. It's a wrong information, it's a fabrication. You're coming again to this court to fabricate further and further.
My lord, if we come and say fabrication, I think it's just a technique to mislead myself and the court.
My Lord, if I may ask that we take a short break especially for me and the interpreter who are speaking. Just a short break.
This is a veteran. Are you tired, sir? Okay, what's the time, Mr. Baloi?
11:38, my lord.
11?
38.
Okay, 15 minutes.
Thank you.
Well, you know how I've been saying Mshololo was holding Steyn's hand, leading him to the river? No, 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 no. At this point, Steyn led Mshololo to this point out of frustration. Mshololo has her outburst. Okay, unlike Umnisi, she's not going to shy away from saying it like it is. Okay, Mshololo tells us and she yells it really loud so that it is on the record and it is clear and she is not mincing her words. And she says this number is not on the 205. Okay. And she says that the number 202 isn't coming from the downloads, okay? It's coming from you adding that info because you're fabricating the evidence as if Mr. Ntuli made a call to Miss KK. Like my jaw at that moment, like, battery. What is she saying so boldly in the court? I thought Judge Rata was going to react. Okay, I was so fearful. Like Mshololo has gone unhinged off the charts. But guess what? Guess what? She did it. She put it on the record. She surely did. Mr. Judge Rata, Honorable Judge Rata did not blink twice, okay? Although I caught him winking at the witness, but he definitely did not descend into the arena. He said, I am not getting involved in this, okay? Because when the instruction comes from wherever the instruction comes from, I'm not involved. No one can, you know what? No one can misquote silence. You can never misquote silence. He said, Zwi. He said, Klima. And Mshololo says, can we take a break? He says, absolutely. When have you ever heard him grant an adjournment that fast? Steyn tried again to run to, my lord and say, she keeps saying fabrication and it's a tactic to mislead me, myself at the court. Rata said, I am not getting involved. Like the record is going to show I said nothing. So they take the break. Let's get back in the next video. We'll continue from there on. What happens to Mshololo after that, to Steyn, and. But you know what? Thanks so much for watching. You already know all the housekeeping sayings I do. I don't want to keep this video long, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Made it this far in the video. You already know you have my heart. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't skip the ads. Next video loading too. Thanks for watching.